Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today, and we are back. I know it's been quite a while since I made a video, took some time off, had a lot of stuff going on, but I'm happy to be back. I love making these videos. I still love making Funko videos for you guys, so hope you guys do still stay tuned here on the channel, as we do have some cool stuff coming up, so make sure that you stay tuned. But for today, what I want to talk about is some brand new exclusive pops that are going to be coming out for New York Comic Con 2024, one of the last major cons of 2024. This year has blown by. Gotten some pretty good stuff so far from the different conventions like C2E2 and San Diego Comic Con, and now Funko has unveiled what we can expect from New York Comic Con as well, with all the different exclusives, what's going to be at the show, what you can get online, all the shared retailers. So in today's video, we're going to break down all of that. And while you're here, if you do enjoy the channel and our content, make sure you go down below, hit that subscribe button. Also leave a like in this video as well if you enjoy it. It does make a massive difference. And if you never want to miss a video, you can always hit that notification bell to be notified whenever we have new videos drop. Now, New York Comic Con 2024 is going to be coming up on October 17th through the 20th, happening at the Javits Center in New York City. We got the opportunity to go a couple years ago, and it was an amazing experience. Absolutely crazy. I would say it's almost on the level of crazy as San Diego Comic-Con, just probably not as many people there, but still pretty crazy in the amount of different vendors that are there and big franchises that are there as well. It's definitely a fun time. So if you are going out to New York Comic Con this year, hope you have an absolute blast. And now, as we were approaching this year's convention, Funko, I think, actually did a really good job with their unveils this time. They tried to tie it in a little bit to Funko Fusion, which is their brand new video game that just released in the beginning of September. So I think perfect synergy there. And I think that just led for one, to be kind of a nice theme, and two, also, they really planned it out well. Where in the past, they have released a lot of their exclusives like a week before or less than 2 weeks before the actual convention. This time, they did it a full 3.5 weeks before the convention, which I think gives fans plenty of time to figure out what's their plan of attack and which ones they want to go after. So on announcement day, Funko started the day with a little tease with Eddie, the evil twin of Freddy Funko, who you can find in the Funko Fusion game, teasing that he's taking over and that we're going to see some new exclusives for New York Comic Con. And that tease made perfect sense because the first pops that they announced were brand new Funko Fusion exclusive figures, and these are all characters you can play with in that brand new video game, and now you can get the actual physical figures as well from New York Comic Con, and that includes the Skeletor from Masters of the Universe, which does look pretty cool. It's actually going to be a blacklight version. You also have from Jurassic Park, the Dilophosaurus, a great looking pop there as well. You have a classic horror character, Chucky, there in his blacklight Funko Fusion look. And then also a newer character is Megan. Now, Megan does have a regular kind of non-blacklight or non-Eddie infused, I guess they're calling it, version that they released for Funko Fusion, but now they have this edified version as well. Definitely some really cool looking figures to add to the collection if you're a Funko Fusion fan. Now, moving past Funko Fusion, there were a ton of different pops that were announced, and the first one here was from the Pop Rocks line. This is a brand new Britney Spears pop from Against the Music. They released a couple different Britney Spears pops in the past, I think the last couple New York Comic Cons. So now they're coming back with her again. I know a lot of people are big fans of the Britney Spears pops. Now, throughout summer this year, there was one movie and one character that really controlled everything, and that was Deadpool. And Funko, of course, is going to give Deadpool some love at New York Comic Con as well, as we have this brand new exclusive pop ride, which is Deadpool on Zamboni. That is a lot of fun. I believe he actually did this in Deadpool 2, where he's actually driving a Zamboni and driving over someone. That's definitely cool, and this one's going to be limited to 8,500 pieces. And also for Deadpool and Wolverine, we're getting a brand new Loungefly pop and bag bundle exclusively at New York Comic Con. This is going to be a 1,000 piece limited edition where you're going to have a metallic Wolverine with that Deadpool backpack, which does actually look pretty nice. You have Deadpool with the little heart hands with Wolverine in the middle. Now we're getting into some anime, which I know is going to be a big thing for this convention. They have a big anime presence at New York Comic Con, and the pops are going to be no exception here. And our first one is going to be from Demon Slayer. This is a crazy looking one of Spider Demon Father. I know they put out the Spider Demon Mother pop a while back, and now we have the father to go with him. That is some crazy looking detail. And of course, we're also going to have some pops coming from One Piece, the biggest anime out there right now. And our first one is going to be Corazon from One Piece. And this is a character I'm not very familiar with, but I know a lot of people definitely got excited seeing him. He is definitely a cool looking character, especially with that smile. And then our second One Piece pop is a brand new Buggy the Clown. This time it's Buggy on his chair. Really cool look there. I actually really do like it. Next, we have a new pop from Trigun, which is a series they've been putting pops out for little by little. And this one, we have Meryl Streep with her cat Kuroneko, I believe is how you pronounce it. Little cute pop and buddy there. And for you Disney fans out there, you'll definitely be excited about these next couple pops. I know I'm definitely excited about these. First, we have Mr. Toad from The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. And this is a little regal Mr. Toad. I absolutely love this pop here. This is definitely going to be on my list. And then from the Muppets, we're getting a brand new animal pop. This is actually animal with the drums, which I've been waiting so long for them to make. They're going to have two different versions. We're going to have the regular version of animal, and we're also going to have a flocked version of animal that's going to be limited to 1,500 pieces that you can only get if you go to the actual convention. Now moving over to a galaxy far, far away, we have a brand new pop in Star Wars, which is Kylo Ren Supreme Leader, which is a pretty cool pop. I'm a big fan of the Kylo Ren character for the most part. At least I love the look of him and everything. And this is a nice new sort of mold for him. It's not too crazy or too dynamic, but I do like it a little bit, especially with the tattered clothes and everything. Moving back over to anime, we're going to have a new pop coming from Yu-Gi-Oh! And that is going to be the Mystical Elf, which also looks like a super crazy pop. They do a good job with these details. They do a great job with these detailed anime pops. Just look at the rings kind of going all around her. Don't really know much about this character myself, but definitely looks pretty nice. And another very popular anime being Bleach has a brand new pop as well. This is going to be the Okiura Shifar, and it looks like him transformed as the demon and everything. That looks absolutely crazy with the horns, the wings, everything, the arrow in his hand as well. That looks crazy. Next, we have a pop coming from Naruto, and this is a pretty crazy looking one. I think probably going to be one of the more popular figures from this convention. This is Madatabi from Naruto, and this is going to be a 6-inch glow in the dark. Man, look how crazy that looks. And now another convention, and we have to get another new Pokemon pop. And as they've been doing recently, it's been some 10-inch Pokemon they've been putting out, and this time no exception. We're getting another cool one though. It's Dialga, and this does look like a pretty cool detailed one. I'm just not a huge fan of these 10-inch Pokemon. I wish they did them as the smaller 4-inch versions, but I do know a lot of people collect these. Now going over to Dragon Ball Z, a brand new character we're getting for the first time is Dabura, and that is also a pretty nice looking one. Just the detail on there too with the horns and everything. He's flying in the air. I know I'm always a sucker for those flying pops. Next, we have a figure that's definitely towards the top of my list as my favorite for New York Comic Con. That's going to be from Sonic the Hedgehog, Metal Knuckles. I absolutely love Knuckles, so definitely going to be adding this to my collection. This next pop is one that I was definitely surprised they announced, but certainly a welcome one because it's going to be for Coraline and their 15th anniversary. And this one is Coraline with the Wishbone. Look at her. This is just a great pop, and it's about time they made new Coraline figures. Now this one I'm kind of surprised they did as a convention exclusive, but I guess Funko is enamored with the Care Bears, but this one is actually a cute one. This is the Share Bear. This is the Share Bear as a witch, I guess, for Halloween. Makes sense with New York Comic Con. but you know, I don't think a lot of people love Care Bears as much as Funko thinks. Now, this next one also might not be one that's super popular, but I'm certainly happy with it because we are getting more Looney Tunes in our Funko Pops, and this is going to be Witch Hazel from Looney Tunes. Such a fun character. I mean, look at that smile, her laughing, the broom in her hand, the poison and everything. This one looks great. Next, we have a brand new Batman Pop, which I guess makes sense. New York City, Gotham, very similar, right? But this pop is actually going to be the Batman who laughs. This thing looks absolutely sick. A very popular character from the comics, which has grown more and more popularity recently. I've actually put out a few different Funko products for him, but this one's definitely pretty cool, especially with the sharp teeth. He's laughing, has the Batman mask in his hand too. That looks like a pretty nice figure. And the next pop we have is actually a V-Friends character. And from what I understand, V-Friends is sort of like an online collectibles game with a bunch of different characters. It's pretty popular out there. And Funko is actually turning one of those characters into a pop. And that is going to be the Jolly Jacko. And not only will you be able to get this from Funko, it also looks like V-Friends will also be at New York Comic Con. And you'll also be able to get a chance to win this through them as well, or at least purchase it. Up next, we have a brand new pop from Parks and Rec, and this one I love because I'm a huge fan of this character. This is April Ludgate in her prom outfit. I think this one is great. Fans of the show are absolutely going to love this. Next, we have a couple new pops from the show Wednesday from Netflix. I know, again, very popular show. And we are getting a season 2, which I think will make more people excited about these pops. But here we have Enid Sinclair and Wednesday Addams in their competition outfits. Both some pretty fun ones for fans of the show. Next, we have another character from a Netflix show. This one's from The Sandman. This is Dream. And Sandman is a super popular comic book or graphic novel. So it's actually very cool now that they're turning this character into a pop after they got their show. And I'm pretty sure season 2 is coming out pretty soon on Netflix as well. So again, another show that should have some excitement around this pop. Next, we have a pop for a character that I think has been rumored to get a pop for a very long time. And it's finally happening. From Lucifer, we have Lucifer himself, and I think this is a great look, especially with the wings and the suit. This guy looks awesome. And now the final Funko Pop that Funko will have for NYCC 2024 is going to be a Freddy Funko, of course. This is the headless Freddy Funko. Now, I think this thing looks great. Absolutely love it. Just a super creative mold. So great job, Funko. But outside of Pops, we're going to have a couple other products as well from the Funko booth, including a brand new set of Biddy Pops, which could be limited to 4,000 pieces. Absolutely love these, based off of classic Universal monsters. So we actually have Freddy Funko, it looks like as a ghost. We have Proto the dog as Frankenstein, Franny Funko as the Bride of Frankenstein, and it looks like we have Freddy Funko as maybe a creature from the Black Lagoon, or at least some sort of monster. I assume these are based off Universal monsters, but maybe just more generic monsters, but still super fun set. And then finally, we are also getting a brand new t-shirt for this year's convention, and it's actually a really nice one. I like the black color. I wish they did more black shirts for these conventions, but this one looks really sleek. Funko Airways on the front, and on the back, you have Freddy in the jet that says nonstop fun to NYCC. So there we have it, guys. There is all of the brand new pops coming for New York Comic Con 2024. A ton of them, but definitely some great ones. Now, Funko did also release their shared exclusive retailers list, so you know where you'll be able to get all these pops if you're not going to be going to the convention. So first, we'll start with the pops that are going to be at the show exclusively. You'll only be able to get these if you actually go to the convention. So that includes the Funko Fusion Pops like the Dilophosaurus, Skeletor, Megan, and Chucky. You'll also have the flocked 1,500 piece Animal, and then you'll also have the Jacko Holly V-Friends Pop, and then it looks like the t-shirt as well will be exclusive just to the show. But for those of you at home wanting to pick up some figures, you'll be able to get these from Funko.com. That's going to be the Britney Spears Pops, the 2 Wednesdays Pops, the Deadpool Pop Ride, along with the Deadpool Pop and Bag. You also have the Headless Horseman Freddy Funko, which I was afraid was only going to be at the show, along with the Biddy Pops. Then you'll have the Parks and Rec April Ludgate, Mr. Toad, Lucifer, along with the Spider Demon Father, Witch Hazel, and the Mystical Elf. And then for our friends here in the United States, you'll also get a lot of other retailers that will have some different exclusives. Over at Target, we'll have the regular Animal, Buggy the Clown, and Kylo Ren. Toy Tokyo is going to get Okiora and Metal Knuckles. Hot Topic is going to get a number of pops, including Coraline, Madatabi, Corazon, and Dabura. Over at Walgreens, you're going to have the Share Bear pop being the lone one there. And then over at GameStop, you'll have the 10-inch Dialga, along with the Batman Who Laughs. And finally at Barnes & Noble, you'll get Dream and Meryl Streep. Now that we have all this information, we have a couple weeks to make our plans, figure out how we're going to be able to get these pops, and I hope all of you guys are able to get all the figures that you want to pick up for this year's convention. Let me know in the comments down below, what are the pops that you're going to be going after for New York Comic Con 2024, and are you going to the actual convention? Will you be doing your hunting locally or online? I would love to hear about that from you guys in the comments down below. And of course, if you guys have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also leave a like on this video as well if you enjoyed it. And of course, you can always hit that notification bell to be notified whenever we have new videos drop. But thank you guys so much for watching today. And as always, we'll see you again real soon.